Yo guys, I hope you all are doing well. The last week was quite actually interesting. There's not much happened, but yeah. So I will be more active from week 2 onwards on the charts. So as soon as I take the trades, I will be sharing uh, maybe shorts or maybe breakdowns on the video. We will continue to have the live sessions, live Q&A in coming days and weeks. Okay, so and one more thing about creating the next topic in the phase 3, which is creating trading models, right? I haven't got time to make a video, but I promise actually I will make some time in coming weeks, maybe coming day after week, to make the video on that topic, because actually it's a deep topic, and it's actually pretty much it will be long video if I cover every like 3 models, scalp, intraday, and swing in a one video. So I was just thinking, organizing how I can organize the best way so that all of you can understand better. Okay, so probably there will be 3 video on each model, and then we will take it from there. Okay, so I don't want to be video more than like 10-15 minutes or 20 minutes. Okay, so other than that, so the weekly forecast, they will continue to come, and we'll start with the weekly forecast, right? So week 2, so this is actually the charts that I already marked in the last week, haven't changed much, but so we are getting there. So the moves are happening as we expected, right? Now, so so this is from the last week, so I don't want to change anything. Okay, so this is the first break, and this mitigation needs to break the structure again. So that mitigation play is going on, and probably so let me close this. And now from next week, what we can see, okay, this is a clear cut order block. We can take it from there, which broke the structure and multiple structure on the lower time frames. Can take this to break this. Okay, so or what may happen, it will just like continue, break it, and then we'll get retracement, and then we can take it from there. Okay, so probably it may come down from here, so that's actually higher time frame POI, but at least to this level there shouldn't be any problem, right? So it's gonna be interesting week for EU, euro, US dollar. But anyone like who caught this this small move from the last week, which was actually from here, and this happened, and it just continuing the order flow on the lower time frame, also here on this mitigation play, right? And so once this is a big build up is going on here. Okay, once it break this, it will start rocketing, because it's building so long, since end of the November, right? So almost 1 month of this range. So it's interesting to see a bullish move on the EU, but I'm the sales are off the table unless you're scalping on the low time frame. But for intraday or the swing, you can always have a buy, find an excuse to go long from even on the scalp, because that will be more probable. If you get some kind of order flow on 5 minute here, take it to the north, that will be ideal, right? So this is actually euro US dollar. Now let's go to the next one. New Zealand dollar, right? Okay, so this was actually interesting. So this is all marking from the last week, haven't changed much. So if you don't know how to mark this, so I think you need to go back to our first video and see how I marked it and what I look. Okay, Other than this, actually, sub to the channel will be delightful if you're finding this content is helpful to you within your journey. Okay, if you have any questions, you can ask into the comment, or you can DM me on Instagram, right? So now you know that, right? So okay, so this is what New Zealand US dollar. So we got this breakup structure, and we have this OB marked last week, so it is touching from the open and reacting from it. So basically, yeah, it's also looking bullish from here. So I would have liked if it is touching from the 50% of this order block, but it is what it is at the moment, right? So right, so for last week, actually, this was a very nice counter trend move. If someone caught it, I actually sent this POI very early in the week. So it was like this, I think, like this last week, and we wanted to go short from this POI, and it played out perfectly. And I asked the question, actually, how you would have entered here on the 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute time frame. Some of you are replied, but I think if you want to take it to the next level, whatever the question I ask on Telegram or Instagram, and I would like to see the answers, because that will help you to, for your journey and the stuff, right? Now, so now we got actually from the, it's interesting here. So we got two breaks. So on 4-hour time frame, it's an order flow, a bearish order flow is established, right? And we have now, this is our order block, and okay, so this will be our invalidation. Okay, mitigation and invalidation, right? Now, so buy opportunity until, monitor this area. So probably it's going to break it if it is respected. See, order flow has to actually respect it or violate it. So we're not sure, what's gonna happen there. Only we're aware that, okay, there's something there that will that we need to aware of this thing. On the higher time frame, it looks it's gonna be reacting from the order block and it's gonna break it, but this is actually more powerful than the 4-hour. But you need to keep that in mind. On this time frame, we have only one break, so change of trend is not confirmed yet, right? But here, order flow take precedence than the structure. So just be aware that, like, so you have this thing, this thing to so you need to aware this thing will, come like this, and it will fall from here as well. So if this violates, and you can take any opportunity from there to long, so that will be actually ideal to take it actually to, it has a room to go up, so up to the here, right? So I will just mark it here. Okay, not this, but let's say I mark the fib. So I will be interesting here. It's interesting to have like bullish move, at least here, and any excuse or any opportunity or any reason to go long on your session time frame, let's say from here or here. Okay, so that will be ideal, because it's a ton of imbalances and the stuffs are here. Okay, so that will actually be ideal to go long. So that's NU. So then nothing much. So we are continuing mitigation, and this would be the mitigation of the daily time frame, and we want this mitigation leads to break of this structure. So mitigation is only valid if it breaks the major structure, otherwise that's not mitigation, right? So I think you should know that. If you don't know what is mitigation and the stuff, go back to my playlist on the phase 2, what is order flow. Okay, so then you will come to know what I mean, right? Now, so this is a story for New Zealand dollar, US dollar. Then let's move to the Aussie dollar. So what's going on here? Okay, so this is from actually since the last week as well. So what happened? So this one, this range is still intact. We are bearish within this range and we want to sell from this area, right? And this is internal structure is it's internal structure mitigation play is going on. So if you see here, this breaking structure, and it's probably almost mitigating this week, which is last selling before this happened. So this is also interesting actually. It can go up to the here. So it's actually showing the bullishness from this area, or maybe you can point out this as well. So it's perfect touching the open and reacting from open. So it may come back to the 50% as well, right? So just to bear that in mind. Okay, so once see, here is the thing. Okay, once you mark the order block, you can take a trade from open or 50%. Okay, if you take the trade from open on the lower time frame, and you need to be break even there, that's okay. Then only you can try entering again from the 50%, establishing order flow on the lower time frame, and that if that fails, then it's highly likely to break this low, right? On the lower time frame, this is also sent last week. Actually, it was like this, and I told you like, okay, so this is actually the order flow, breakup order flow, disturbed fractured order flow or disrupted order flow, and we're looking to sell to at least take this low out, and this is what exactly happened. Yeah, so it reacted perfectly and make a new low on the low time frame, and now it is reacting from this. Okay, so it is interesting to see how it goes from here. But also this is the same case again like a New Zealand dollar, right? Okay, so now we have on the 4 hour this break of structure, number one, number two, sorry, not mitigation but break of structure, and we have now this order block to play for sells. Okay, and this is a mitigation of the previous order block. So this is an order flow established on the 4 hour. Right, so basically what is saying now, like continuing, right, like this. See, the thing is that it doesn't has to come to this area to make a new low. It's not necessarily at this time. It may come in future and violate this order block. So just keep that in mind. It doesn't have to work like that. So we need to be vigilant, and so either let's see, mark here to monitor this, or but for short term, at least your buy will be valid to this area. Okay, so if you get an opportunity on the lower time frame to buy it, so I would actually will take it. So probably from here, let's say, okay, so this was actually the break of structure where it came from. Okay, so this break came from here, and it also broke here, right? So this was, there is no mitigation. Yeah, I guess there is a mitigation of this order block. Yeah, I just touched the open, and then you got the break of this structure. So let me mark it. Okay, all right, so this is a break, then this is also break, mitigation of this break. Okay, and this happened. Okay, So your order block to go buy is from here, right? And invalidation of buy would be here. So it will be interesting to see how it goes from here, right? So see, that's why I told, you know, in such cases, okay, you cannot put limit order here because there is a room to come down. Your orders will be invalidated if they, you know, it breaks structure below this. Then there will be order flow disrupted or fractured, right? So what do you do in this case then? Okay, so you do in this case confirm again on the 1 minute. Okay, when the price hit here, go to 1 minute or 15 second. Okay, if you don't have 15 second, 30 second, go 1 minute and, you know, look for our entry pattern or entry criteria or entry model, whatever, right? And if it is present, take it. Or if you take the trade from here, just risk order, you know, your stops should be, you know, below this point. If you're putting stops here, it will be risky. Okay, otherwise you need to confirm it on this zone. It's not gonna work like that, right? Okay, so it is interesting to see, take the buy from here, and yeah, so any excuse to go long to take it from here is similarly from here actually, for New Zealand as well, New Zealand dollar. So this is more clearer, there is not much gap here, right? So you can take it from here, but still your invalidation point would be this mitigation, last mitigation point. Okay, so just keep in mind this is mitigation plus LG, which signifies more confluence than the AU, right? So this would be ideal. Actually, I would like more this than the AU. So let's see how it goes. Yeah, for the buy, and then we'll take it from there, right? So let's go to pound dollar. Okay, so it is the same thing actually. Last week actually I told you the buy hasn't stopped yet, so the high haven't created yet, so there is no pullback. This is not a pullback, this is just a base, this red candle. Okay, so we will not consider this pullback, so you should know that now, right? So this is too far to come down. So actually, you know, what's going on here is very interesting. Let me show you what I mean. Okay, so this break of structure happened here, right? And this break, this is the latest break, right? And which was got broken, but this wasn't a mitigation of this order block, right? So this break is mitigated something here on this candle, you know, open of this candle, which is our point of invalidation. So it is exactly that same point for the sell, or, you know, that's extreme point where you can say so if it is break this, it's gonna be buy, and, you know, any pullback. But if it is respecting this point of mitigation, which is for now it appears to be respecting, so it is actually the good point for sell. So what do you want to confirm here? Okay, let me see. Okay, so all right, so if you see here mitigation, and it's trying to break the structure, right? But I haven't broken it yet. So what I would say, you know, if you get something like this. Okay, so this is the latest break, and this is the high which got broken here, and this is the first break. Okay, two things can happen here. Okay, now so where is the order block? So order block is here, this green candle. Okay, so what we want here, what I want to see, come back here, mitigation, break of structure. All right, oops, sorry, yeah. Now, so this if this happens, so we'll have second break, and we'll have this order block to play. So you can take an order from confidence from here, because it makes sense. Yeah, right. So it is actually interesting. Interesting. So this is one case. Okay, second thing, it will grab the liquidity and break the structure again. Okay, then the same thing. Okay, you can look for the sell. Or third thing, it will break this, then you can the cells will be invalidated, so you can stop looking for the cells from this area, right? So but actually it's good to look for the cells, because it makes sense. And we just have only one break for the buy, so which means nothing. It can be a liquidity grab just to go down, right? And we have this POI for the post break. So anyway, but it is interesting to see if you get any kind of order flow here, so you can go down for the cells. Yeah, and there is a room to go down as well. All right, okay, so this is a GU. So pound dollar, then the gold. What's going on the gold? Actually, I missed the last point. Okay, let's do this from the beginning. Okay, so this is the low, right? And this is high. Okay, so what's going on here? Actually, we are within this range. So I think since December, and we took the liquidity and we're trying to make a new high from this liquidity and mitigation, right? Now, so this is not went there yet, so but it's still valid actually. Take the liquidity grab is confirmed when it breaks the major structure. So it does break the minor structure, it does break the major structure here, you know, this high and the stuff, and it just it will just continue the order flow. And you know, you just monitor this area for the sell, or it didn't do anything actually. This is not an order block, right? Because it didn't break the structure. So my prediction is it just will continue. It's probably, you know, this point will be the good point to, you know, take the buy again. Yeah, so let me see. Actually, there is not much clear on daily, but let me see on the here. Okay, no, so this is actually, so it makes sense here on the 8 hour. This one broke the structure, no mitigation, and again this break structure here is mitigation of this order block and break the structure. So, and again it doesn't follow through, so the order flow is fractured. So on this time frame, on the 8 hour, right? So this would be the refine order block to go short, And on the daily time frame, I'm still looking for the buy. You just may get some, it may get retracement or may not, so you just fall or touch here and then go. So we don't know, we just need to see, but it's struggling to go up. That's what I can see here. But if this is a liquidity grab, so it shouldn't be returning to this point actually, or you just touch and go. If it is struggling here as well, so I think it's probably then break this. Okay, so we need to see actually, but at this point of time, which data we have, we are looking bullish on the daily time frame and bearish on the 4-hour time frame, right? So I would stay away in this case, just to it will be clearer in coming days, and when it is clearer to you, then only you can find an excuse to go long, because higher time frame daily will always take precedence, or it will always win than the 4-hour or 1 hour, right? So you should know that, right? So a higher time frame has more weightage than the lower time frame. Yeah. So other than this, actually, then if this content is helping you in your journey, I would really appreciate your like or subscribe or share. So we have Telegram and Instagram channel as well, where I can post short videos or like TikToks and the stuff for as soon as I took the trade. It takes time to create a long video and the stuff, right? So do follow there and share it. So love you all, and Jai Hind.